at the Bread Box Bakery, and today we're making a Danish out of brioche. So how I do it is I start out with a liberal amount of flour on my table, because like the thing you don't want is your dough to stick. So I start adding a little dough to, and this is set in the fridge for about a day. So this was made last night and I got it out this morning, and it's like this perfect consistency for me to reach in and have a ball in my hand. So you don't want it any smaller than that because cutting it is actually very difficult. So we're gonna start by pressing it a little into a little patty, cute little patty. And then we are going to sprinkle some flour, have our rolling pin, and just start rolling it out. I like to flip it. I know some people think that's weird, but I like to flip it because if you don't, then the dough will stick to your rolling pin, which means you don't have enough flour down. That's obviously not happening because I put a lot of flour down. I don't like my dough sticky. I like it a very even consistency where I can take my pizza cutter and just cut it into strips. Now the strips are pretty small, but you don't want them too big. I like to gauge by my pinky, and you have to be careful with the edges because if you make them too small, rolling up, you're gonna have a problem. So just start with your pinky and kind of come a little bit over that, and there's your first cut, and then you just keep going. Like I said, like about the width of your pinky, so just imagine that there and keep going. It doesn't matter really how many you do. You can do even, you can do odd strips. It doesn't really affect it at all because I'm going to show you how to roll it and it's going to be cool. So right here I have my melted butter, and we're going to take that and put a little layer on all the strips. This will help keep that shape that you want, and it tastes yummy because it's butter. And now that that's done, you don't want too much because again it'll seep through your cuts and it'll actually fuse the dough together, and we don't want that. We want it to look really pretty when we roll it up and all that. So this is just regular sugar, and again it'll just help keep the shape and be super yummy when we're done. And just a light dusting. You don't want to cover all of it, just enough to kind of saturate it a little with the butter. And now, so you cut your lines this way, and we're gonna start by the corner and roll kind of, diagonally. So you're gonna start, tuck the ends, just a little, and then you're gonna start rolling. Now be cautious and just keep thinking about the corners of your dough, because see, remember I said not too small, or else you're gonna have a problem rolling it up. But it's okay. There's no real wrong way to do this. So how I like to do this is there's a little bit left right here, and I like to pinch together right here, push in, and then I usually take my cutter, or sometimes I'll have like a bread card, and just scoop under and place on a mat, on a baking sheet. And this is just lined with parchment paper, and then I'll usually set that aside to proof, so usually on top of the oven. And then you're left with things that look like this. So you see how when we rolled, you can see a little bit of the sugar and the butter, but it helped keep its form, and when it proofed, it expanded out. So you're left with this really nice pattern. And I just call them Danishes because I like putting, like right now there's cream cheese in the middle because I like putting like fruits and all different kinds of things. So today I'm gonna do red raspberry preserves on top of cream cheese because that sounds really good to me. I know if you've been in, you've seen that I've put blackberry, strawberry, blueberry, pineapple one day because I was feeling it. But today is red raspberry. And it looks so good. And then you're gonna take your butter and just kind of wash it. So when it goes in the oven, it gets this beautiful brown golden color. So it's gonna look like that, and you're gonna put it in your oven, and the finished product should look something like this. So as you can see, the wash on it makes it a really pretty golden brown. And then after it's cooled and it's set a little, we like to put icing on it. So this one's actually cream cheese and blackberry Danish, and it is delicious. So I'm glad and thankful for your time. This was Maria from the Breadbox Bakery showing you how to make a Danish.